We got next screaming Israel rise. Jamming to my verbs, standing on the curb, famine of the word, damaging my nerves, cannon for the purge. I go Michael bad, flow crazy like.
So look, the little stuff, like I be seeing that, like when I see people know work up and got that same stuff.
Give me Sirach. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 12. I read book, Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 12. We got to get down. Everybody, get down. It's crazy. Over there. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Where we at? 4 and 12. So you said some people that worship the devil use the same symbol, right? Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure the things that are honest.
Right. So it says the bewitching of naughtiness obscure things that are honest, right? So we know that these damn people who are dealing with this modern age Satanism takes things that are honest and tries to give them their own definition. Oh, this symbolizes this, and this is that, and this is the 6 points of this, and the 5 points of this. The same way you have certain gangs, Against the Disciples, Vice Lord, Latin Kings, they take it, this point means this, and this means, people are just making it up, right? But they bewitch things that are honest, right? This thing has an ancient origin as a symbol, right?
Right.
So when you take a look at the pomegranate, you know the fruit, the pomegranate, right? You heard of a pomegranate before? The fruit, yeah, right? So you know, when they grow in their natural habitat and they bud, it makes the same. Who got it on? It makes the same thing on the bottom, right? So the bud of the pomegranate on the bottom of it makes the same thing. What they call a star is not a star. A star is a ball of gas, right? A star is a circle. It doesn't have points. You see what I'm saying?
That's on the bottom
of the pomegranate. Like the pomegranate, if you watch it growing, you got a picture of it. See that? See what I'm saying? So that's what it makes, right? Within the pomegranate, right, have seeds. A perfect pomegranate, or the average seeds that's in the pomegranate, is 613. You see what I'm saying? So there's 613 laws in the Bible. So what this symbolizes is keeping the law of the Torah, which you talked about. That's what it really is a symbol of. We do.
But ain't that the old days though?
No, that's not the old days. Bible said the law endureth forever. So we got to keep it. This is the problem, right? If our people were following this law, we wouldn't be faced with all the issues that we face within Black and Hispanic community.
So let me ask you this: do any one of y'all smoke?
Hell no.
None of y'all smoke.
Hell no.
None of y'all got tattoos.
I mean, if we did, we got them before we knew. But I don't got no tattoo. See, these are the drinking is not a sin in the Bible. See what I'm saying? So we teach the law because if we start keeping it, we wouldn't be killing each other, we wouldn't be robbing from each other, we wouldn't be selling drugs to each other, we wouldn't be doing none of those things. And those are the things that causes a lot of issues in our community, right? So the solution to cleaning up our communities is to employ the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Because we've been going to church, right? And that's going back to the religious aspect. You go to church, you don't read too much of the Bible in church.
But if y'all not religious, why y'all don't smoke?
We're not religious, we follow the laws of God. The same way, if we believe this is our national heritage, right? A nation got laws to govern it. So we following the laws that pertain to our nation.
So basically with that saying, so like how the Bible says, how the Bible say eye for an eye, hand for a hand, all that.
That's right.
That's what y'all want to live by. That's what basically saying. That's what y'all live by.
Yes, but also we take into consideration mercy as well, right? So for example, let's say like when Jesus came on the scene, right? He said, I know you heard eye for an eye, but I say turn the other cheek, right? What does that mean? Essentially, let's say you got a friend, a brother, whatever, and they wrong you. Instead of you could immediately hop into justice on them, right? Okay, you did something, I could beat your ass, I could whatever for it, or I could extend mercy and give you another opportunity, right? So there's an air of forgiveness there amongst our people now. Not amongst everybody, but amongst our own people, right? Because that's another issue that we have, is an issue with forgiveness. You see what I'm saying? Amongst ourselves.
So the Jews that y'all are, right? Do you have to be a certain color or something?
No, you ain't got to be a certain color. You got to descend from a certain lineage, right? So the lineage of the slaves and the people who were here before the slaves got here, that's who the Israelites are. You see what I'm saying? So if you are descending from your father's lineage, that's what substantiates that you're a Jew. Precept, go ahead.
We're talking about the law, like what we going.
Oh yeah.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 9.
Read.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man,
Right, so the laws of God, the Torah, is not made for a righteous man, but made for who?
but for the lawless and disobedient.
That's our people. That's why we need it, because we lawless and disobedient out here. There's no respect. The niggas is out here would go out here and shoot, or let's take Tekashi for example, right? You know about 6ix9ine, right? He paid a nigga to go shoot somebody, and it went toll on him, right? Well, you gave me the money. I wouldn't have went and shot him if you would have gave me the money. But see, and he ain't the first nigga to do it, right? This happens a lot nowadays.
Let me ask y'all this: do any of y'all listen to rap?
Of course. Yeah, oh yeah. Come on now.
Don't think I'm asking you.
No, you just want to know, yeah.
Nah, because I just want to know at the end of the day, you feel me? Like, if you say like I'm just trying.
Yeah, you just listen. Okay, for sure. Go ahead.
Lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers.
Murderers. You see that? Our people are murderers. So what do we need? We need the law so we stop killing each other. You see what I'm saying? Right, Reed? I know you from Baltimore, right? Yeah, Baltimore. So you already know Baltimore. I know the murder rate is relatively high in Baltimore, right? Been for a long time, right? Reed?
Murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers.
People is killing each other out here, man. So we desperately need this. Our people, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, pursuant to their patrilineage, their father's line, right? So not only, like, for example, if you go to the average place, Blacks and Hispanics is usually pretty much in the same boat, in the same hood, not really making no money, having problems, having struggles, killing each other on drugs, etc. We got a unique set of problems that really don't nobody else in the world have. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we know we are the people of God, because this unique set of problems are prophesied thousands of years ago that a set of people was going to have. Real quick, you had a question, King?
I had a quick question. We all know that there's millions of doctors.
Yes, sir.
That's out there, you know, whether it be man created or whether we say finally brought to us.
Yes, sir.
What exactly about the Hebrew Israelite doctrine of the Bible and everything? What about it brings about a different, I guess, reaction or a transformation mentally and spiritually?
I'm gonna show you.
Or is it for just
Give me
our
the red
people?
book. It's for our people. Ultimately now, it's gonna be for everybody.
The Gentiles.
Right, the Gentile, ultimately. But first, we gotta get our freedom, you see what I'm saying? And we have to establish our sovereignty.
What is freedom?
What is freedom? Us being sovereign, us having our own nation. Give me 2nd Ezra 14, I believe 35. It's our sovereignty, our dominion, our rulership, so to speak. So we're not subjugated to anybody else. And then once we get to that point, then we make the proper law of the earth ours, right? Because our law of the earth will prevent a lot of the things that happen, right? Like there's even laws in the Torah against logging. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it literally, like don't do. If you go somewhere, like don't just start cutting trees down. You see stuff as simple as that. Honoring women, for example, it's a law in the Bible that basically says if you call your wife a hoe and she's not a hoe, you get brought to the judges of the town and they beat your ass. Literally, this is what happens. Like you can't just go calling her a girl a hoe. Who's not a hoe? You see, that's putting a bad name and a shame upon her, right? But how quick are we to say, "Oh, you hoe"? You see what I'm saying? We're quick to do it. Just even stuff as simple as that. But eventually, like I was going back to, when we get our sovereignty and dominion, it's going to be the law of the earth, and everyone's going to follow it, right? Because this is the key thing in the earth. Because the whole earth is 29:2. So the whole earth is in disarray right now, right? Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Right. So when righteous people are in authority, the people rejoice. So when we're able to establish the righteousness in the earth, the whole earth is going to be happy, right? It's going to be in as close to utopia as you can get. I'm not going to say exactly utopia. Go ahead.
So you're saying basically when everything's perfect, that's when everything will
Be all right, yeah.
So I'm gonna use the body for example. In the body, you have cells that fight each other, you know, but yet that fight goes towards us living to a better degree.
There you go.
Right? So
yes, sir.
technically, this is just me putting this together. Off what you
Yeah, okay.
To a certain degree, us people are like cells, and this is not.
Exactly.
So what if the fight that we see, whether it be in Iraq, whether it be here, to a certain degree, what if conflict breeds transformation?
It does. Yeah, it does.
So what if God, because all this is portrayed by God.
Yeah.
So what if all this has been portrayed by Him, ultimately?
It has.
So
I would agree.
then what needs to change? Besides us being transformed into beings, you know,
Well,
Romans 12.
the key part is us basically us doing that is what's going to gender the change that's needed. But a lot needs to change, right? I.e. regime change. People need to be taken out of power. You see what I'm saying? Who are in power. Does that mean we need to go and go get arms and try to go against these people? No, that doesn't mean that, right? Because we're not even going to be able to, because we're going to pale in comparison. Yeah, exactly, right? But basically, our transformation is going to gender those things, right? Like, for example, yesterday, Vladimir Putin said, what, I'm getting ready to strike on America. Y'all keep playing with me. I'm getting tired of it, right? So this has happened now. I came into this knowledge in 2008, right? So this is almost 11 years ago now, right? So when I came into the knowledge, the elders that taught me are going, look, Russia gonna come against America. Russia gonna come against, they're gonna destroy America, right? 10 years later, I'm seeing it, right? I believed it when I heard it, right? But now 10 years later, like he's literally every other day, look, I'm getting ready to blow something up, man. I'm sick of it. You see what I'm saying? So but why is that able to increase over the course of 10 years? Because more and more of us are trying to make the transformation. So our transformation is literally triggering chain reactions in the earth, right? Like when you go to Revelations, right, it says there's 4 angels holding the 4 winds, basically holding back destruction. God said, hold it back until the time, right? So what is getting waited on? We getting waited on, right? So instead of when we go into church, we had the aspect of we're waiting on Jesus. We actually read the scripture, we understand, no, he's waiting on you. He's waiting on us. It's like he said the kingdom don't come by observation. It's in you, right? So if it's in us, then we collectively, not singly, not just one brother, I want to make the kingdom here. No, but collectively, it's showing you the importance of togetherness and how much we need each other. Collectively, we have the power to manifest it on earth in real time. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, and that's what we need to do. Bring our power together to manifest, as opposed to keep sitting here talking about stuff. You see what I'm saying? We got to just make the changes, That's what it's about. Precept? Okay, you got what I need? Hello, you got it? You find it. You all good? Nah, that's good. I'm glad. You got it? No, I need get that to me and Ezra the one I need. What's up? You had another question, King? Oh, okay. Where you at? Oh, finish that, huh?
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right, so there's mourning all throughout the earth now. Why? Because the wicked beareth rule. You see what I'm saying? So the key thing is that the wicked need to be taken out of power, but they're going to take themselves out of power, right? Like there's an ancient myth about Leviathan, right? And it speaks about in the Bible like the snake eating its own tail. So the Bible calls this man that because one group of white people in Russia is going to take out the Western white man. You see what I'm saying? So they eating their own damn tail in this instance. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 11, verse 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and in horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup.
Exactly. So we don't have the ability to rain fire and brimstone on somebody, right? But those thermonuclear missiles that Vladimir Putin got, he got the ability to do it. So that's who is going to, the Russians, so to speak, are going to be the ones that do it, as opposed to us. All we need to do is make the transformation, right? You got it? Okay, so real quick, this is how it works, right, Reed?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 31. For behold, I sow my law in you.
I sowed the law in you, right? That's how we transform through the law. I sowed my law in you, Reed.
And it shall bring fruit in you.
That's right, so it bears a fruit. So the law, we internalize the law, and then the fruit of it shows. We love each other. You see that properly. We love our God. You see what I'm saying? We do all those various things. So that's how it works. The law is sown in us, and then we bring forth the fruits of it, and that is the transformation. You see what I'm saying? For sure, King.